Welcome to Mom Knows Ball. How we doing, Mom? Episode 5.
Episode 5. Can you believe it?
I mean, we made it through without any hiccups it's basically been smooth sailing. So
it's been so smooth that we don't even want to talk about how smooth it has been.
Yeah.
How are we doing today in LA, Jordan?
We are doing good. I'm pretty sure there's a clown outside my window because I keep on hearing this little like honk or whatever. I'm hoping it's a nice clown and not a scary clown. But yeah, besides from that, just same old. Just running into celebrities every day, the glitz and the glam, everything you would think it is. So how are we doing in good old Texas?
Well, that accent is something to be desired, but it's good. It's actually a mild weather day today, so no triple digits. So I'm super excited, and as always, excited to talk to you. So should we get started? Should I take us through what to expect today?
Yeah, I beg to differ on the excited to talk to me, but we'll get into that later. Yes, Mom, let's go through the rundown here.
Okay, a little, as Jordan likes to say, peek behind the curtain. Jordan is annoyed at me for being annoyed at him about something.
She was mean.
So
she yelled at me, and I'm just an angel. And
I just told him, adulting is hard, and we all have to do it. So anyway, if we can move past that, what is our setup for the day? We have increased our number of listeners, so I'm super excited about that. So because of that, we want to just do a little background for those individuals who didn't listen to our episode 1. But if you really want a lot more information, go ahead and listen to episode number 1 and you'll hear all of that. College football started. Oh my God. Like I couldn't believe, every hour, every channel there was a game on. So we'll just do a little, just rambling about the weekend. I'm sure this time next week we'll be doing the same thing for the NFL. And then we'll do our most, as Jordan says, likes to say, our most requested segment, which is our good, bad.
I love how you say like these are like terms that no one else uses. Most requested. No one's ever. That's just the thing I only say. So yes. No, you're good. Continue. Just had to interject there.
I think it's going to be an interesting episode.
It's going to be a spicy episode,
It's going to be spicy. So
yeah.
you all are really...
I'm emotional. I'm a Cancer. She's very dramatic. I think I've seen my mom cry more than I've seen myself cry. But like the good thing is she's a really... Nope, I don't want to get in trouble today. So I will refrain from that joke. Look at that. That's self-restraint, adulting at its finest. Anyway, it's going to be spicy. Mom took it an hour to get through. We're going to have the intro, opening topics, good, bad, and then we're going to do a new thing called Mom of the Week. Look at that. It was 30 seconds?
I'm
it's fine.
Here's the thing. I know last week y'all did the little yap meter. Y'all will not silence me. If there's something I need to say, I'm going to say it. So, hey, a little background for those who this is the first time you are listening. We use this podcast to leverage and to share the special bond that moms and their kids have around sports, and how my kids and I have had it since they were young. I leaned into sports when I was young, and it's something that we continue to enjoy, and we decided to share some of those conversations with others. And our favorite, we have most of our conversations around football, but there are other sports that we talk about as well. But we have 2 favorite teams, and Jordan, if you don't mind, if it doesn't take you too far away from the pity party that it appears that you've engaged in.
I mean, I'm a victim here, but it's fine. It's
Who
so
are
fine.
who and why are our two favorite football teams?
We love the historically great. I mean, triumph giants of the game. I mean, you just know it as soon as you see that logo. The Jacksonville Jaguars are our football team, and then we also root for Alabama, which are like it's fine, but the Jags are really where we our blood, sweat, and tears go. Um, that was obviously a joke, sarcasm, folks. Get used to it, and yeah, so we are Jaguars fans because we lived in Jacksonville for a decade. We were there when the team came to fruition. And my mom is a huge Alabama fan and kind of raised us as that. She grew they had carriages and wagons. There was like one stoplight and it didn't even work half the time. Yeah, so I digress, but grew up in Alabama, went to the University of Alabama, Roll Tide. Um, and yeah, she just fell in love with the game. And, the game sometimes doesn't love you back, but eventually, it did when,
Okay, okay. It's time to go. This is going to be an interesting show today. So, I will say something, and you can stop me if
she's going
you.
to say something. Yep.
You gave me a hard time last week for always watching the Alabama games over and over again. I think you said like a weirdo. I just want you to know that that is not odd behavior. And I got a text from a guy, Greg Floyd, a guy I went to school with, and this is what he said. I'm going to read the text word for word because he had some good stuff to say about us too. He said, "Hope all is well. I finished your fourth podcast today. I love it. You and Jordan are great. And let Jordan know I'm on the treadmill right now watching the Alabama-Georgia SEC game right now from last year." So if I'm a weirdo, then so is Greg Floyd and others. And I know Greg is not a weirdo. Thank you.
So, like,
Greg.
that's the thing. Like, where are the others? Like, that's one example. Like, respectfully, again, I love that you watch these games on repeat, and it'll be March. It's always like the most random times, and so
Okay.
I like movies. I like TV shows. Mom likes reruns of not The Office, not Different Strokes, not Full
Okay.
House.
Let's go.
It is she likes Alabama football. So, well, I want to share with you a text of feedback that I got from a man named Clinton King, who is my father, your husband, ex-husband. We love Dad. Dad also was a big influence on me, but he's been giving me week to week updates on the pod, and he'll tell me, "Hey, you didn't have it this week." I feel like we're gonna get that one with this one, but for this last pod, episode 4, all I got was Jordy, y'all cooking with grease. Episode 4 is the best practice. Don't stop and don't look back. Y'all's smoking. Woohoo! And then he says, going places, and I can't say the next word. So let's just say, look, the reviews were strong. I appreciate the candid feedback, good or bad. And yeah, so
Okay.
I think it's time, as we have both done equal amounts of yapping, that we roll into our segments.
Okay. Well, let's talk about the weekend. All right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Sensory overload on football.
A lot
I
going
mean,
on.
just game after game after game. I
You
think
got the
the
U.S. Open on. I know we were locked into that.
yeah,
Like, I mean, it was.
I was. So it was a lot. So for me, I think the marquee game that I was looking forward to, because it felt like perhaps teams who might have been somewhat balanced, but both teams who've won national championships in the multiple national championship in the last 10 years. So it was the Clemson and the Georgia game. And after that, what was the score? 34-3. I think Dabo Sweeney is gonna have to rethink the transfer portal. I mean, every major
Say the least.
every major team utilizes transfer portal. This year, Dabo didn't take a single player. So let me just put it into perspective for you. Okay, he didn't take one. 5 Alabama players went to Florida State in the transfer portal. So that's just one school to another school. Just, that's just, he didn't take a one from all the schools. And here, little background on Dabo. Dabo, of course, for those of you who don't know, graduated from Alabama, and we had a really tight relationship with Dabo. And there were a lot of fans, a lot of people who really had anointed Dabo as the heir apparent to Nick Saban. That, yeah, okay, he knows how to win. He went to Alabama. This is a great formula. And he just talked himself out of the job. He talked himself out of the job by, saying silly stuff like, if they ever start paying players, I'm going to find something else to do. We've talked about how he doesn't use the portal. The dislike for him was so strong that when Saban retired, the students did a protest, and their chant was anybody but Dabo. That's how strong the dislike was for him. So
no, that's next level hate right there. You really gotta. It's like you haven't even been in the conversation. Really, there's no reports, but they're like anyone but him. Yeah. No, it's safe to say, yeah, he's yapped himself out of the Alabama job. I think that's kind of been the narrative, though, for probably the past 5 years.
Yeah,
everyone kind of turned on him, but he's now the butt of every joke. And it's fun and cute when you got the slide and you're dancing and all that, but it's not cute when you're losing, by 30 points to open the season. A lot of conversation around that game. I just basically, I love the fact that we have a common memeable figure to target every week now. The internet content, the stuff I saw, memes of Dabo dancing, like right after you lose to, an SEC opponent. I mean, it's endless, and I love it. As a, reformed troller myself, I don't practice it anymore, but I still do take it in as a content. So yeah, no, I think we're all on the same page that Dabo, not probably the biggest loser of week 1 of college football.
Yeah. I mean,
and then maybe DJ, but we won't get into DJ because
there's just nothing else to be said about Florida State, so we just need to move away from it. Everything that needs to be said has been said. Okay, so are we ready for our good, bad, and our
I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be, Mom, so let's do it. Wait, can you do that again? What is okay, all right. The good, the bad, and the
And again, it's just, for me, the is something is an expression Jordan used to use, has always used throughout his life. I viewed it as an expression he used when there was a topic that he wanted to share an opinion on, but he really didn't have enough information, but he decided he needed to talk anyway. So he kind of became a thought partner for himself. So he just kind of talked his way into knowing what he was talking about. But anyway.
Again, you can yap your way into anything if you really think about it. So
okay. So here's my good. Okay, I got a good. My good is I was SEC loyal. I am going to cheer for the SEC every week, unless it's a team that I really don't like. And there are quite a few there that I don't. But I was so excited that Vandy got a win over Virginia Tech. The interesting thing about the Vandy is I'm in, of course, an SEC alumni Facebook group. And we talk a lot of things, but mostly about sports and a whole lot about football. And we always tease our Vandy members and say, okay, Vandy, you guys, You keep the grade point average up for the rest of us, okay? We'll win these games. You all go and solve world peace. And so it was so great that they won in overtime, an incredible game. And they came into that group strong. And I was just here for it. I was just like, this is a win that I can celebrate with my fellow SEC members from Vanderbilt.
I love that. Look, like my mom said, she definitely is salty towards a lot of SEC teams, but it's good to see her. Basically, she took the nerd of the class and is like patted them on the back and said, "Good job, little Billy. Like you won the kickball game today."
What you got?
My good is our boy Nick on College Game Day, serving looks, having his viral moments, throwing shade, showing love to HBCUs. I mean, he did the full gambit of a television debut on that major platform. I mean, you get that little iconic moment where, McAfee's doing McAfee things. And, that's some people's cup of tea. I know it's not my mom's. And, he's just kind of sitting there sternly and he's locked in, that's Saban. Like he thinks it's still game day. It's his first Saturday he's not coaching. But then he also like spits some knowledge where, he's talking about Ohio State's roster. And he's like, you guys keep talking about a $20 million roster. If you don't got the right guy, if you don't play the right guys, you'll be S out of luck. And
you don't pay the right guy.
Yeah, if you don't play the right guy, it says, oh really? Hold up, we're gonna get IT on this, guys.
Okay, if you don't pay.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're right. If you don't pay,
Mom knows ball.
Okay, Mom. All right. Well, I'm about to. Okay, if you don't pay the right guy, you're shit out of luck. So that's true. Them the facts. Them the rules. Whatever it is, we love to see it from Nick. I just like seeing him on Saturday. Still, he was in the box with Miss Terry. And I love that. We put a spanking on Western Kentucky. I don't want to interject in this segment. We just both did our goods, but since you had to gloat about knowing a quote over me, I'm going to throw in a ding ding random trivia fact for the namesake Mom Knows Ball. Quick trivia, Mom, there are 3 current active head coaches who have won a national championship. Name those 3 head coaches.
Active head coaches.
In college football.
Kirby Smart. There's 3. Hold up. No, Lincoln Riley hasn't won one. Ryan Day hasn't won one.
Let me give you 30 more seconds. And yeah, might be one of. I thought you were going to at least get 2 of 3. Dun, 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 dun,
Okay. Who's that guy?
Don't start Googling.
Okay, no. Does Jimbo have a team? I don't think he's playing now. And Urban Meyer doesn't have a team.
He's got a nice payout.
And Harbaugh doesn't have a team.
1 out of 3. That's tough. No, that's
Okay, Jordan, just come on.
No, okay. It's tough. Mac Brown, North Carolina.
He won at Texas.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Who's the third one?
The third one, you got Dabo.
Oh, that's the one I should have gotten. Dabo, I should have gotten. We spent so much time talking about Dabo. You know, I don't like this. I should have gotten a Dabo.
I mean, I just again, I misquote something. I mean, I don't know how we recover at this point. We're 20 minutes in, and I know we're behind, but honestly, that was worth it. 1 out of 3.
I should have got Dabo. Mac Brown, yeah.
We were just talking about it. That was the low hanging fruit.
I said I should have gotten Dabo. Okay, can we? Okay, this is turning into.
All right, let's speed through the bad.
Okay.
My bad is basically just going to be what just happened there. That actually made it easy for me.
That's because you didn't prepare.
No, I actually did have a topic. That's a tough beat. So, Mom, what's your bad?
My bad is Caden Proctor, who is a offensive lineman for the University of Alabama, and he got injured like in the pregame warmups during the first game and didn't get to play. The reason it's so bad, because things happen and people get injured, is Caden Proctor in January, when Coach Saban announced that he was going to leave, going to retire, Caden Proctor transferred. He transferred to Iowa. And Iowa. And then in April, he came back. And so I felt like he needed that first game to basically say, look, to kind of say, I'm sorry, I'm getting ready to show y'all what I can do and how committed I am. And he didn't have that. It felt kind of like if you have a breakup, like with your boyfriend, and then you get back with them and you're like looking forward to going to like Thanksgiving dinner with his family so you can show them love and they can show you love. And like, I don't know, you have a flat tire on the way to the dinner or your car breaks down and you don't go. And that kind of feels like how I felt for him. Every time they showed him on the sidelines, I was like, he wanted to play and he wanted to feel the love. And I think the crowd in Tuscaloosa would have shown him the love. So that's my bad. So I'm hoping that he gets to play next week.
Yeah, no, that's took me a minute with that analogy, but no, I think you landed the plane nicely there. It was good. No, hey, I'm giving you your props. Let me do that again. My is the C's on the Alabama jerseys. Now, I guess I'm the only one who noticed them, but Alabama missed the most traditional uniforms in all of football. They won't change a single thread. And so I noticed this week that they had a Captain C on the players, on some of the players, like Jalen Milroe and the rest of the captains on the Alabama team. And honestly, it frustrated me in a way because it's like, can we do more? It's like, is that going to be like, is it going to take us going 1-11 for us to get like cool all black with like crimson lettering uniforms? Like, why do we have to stay so traditional? A cool set of uniforms isn't going to go up against first off, like, let's be honest, the history of Alabama football isn't like, we don't need to celebrate all of it. I'm not going to get into the, dynamics there. But why can't we have a cool set of uniforms? But our big splash move is adding a C. And again, like, cool, but like, I want more. Like, I'm like, it was almost just like a little tease of like, oh, I see that they're willing to make a change, but it's so minute that just might as well not even do it. So
that's your answer.
Very Jordan specific, but that's what we do.
Okay, so my is, so I watched this USC LSU game, and USC won, and they've got this quarterback, Miller Moss, and, they're anointing Lincoln Riley, this genius again. And look, he has taken some quarterbacks, and for the most part, they've either become Heisman winners or runner-ups. Jalen Hurts, who you all know that I love. Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray, uh, the most recent one, Caleb Williams. So yeah, I will give you your props as a quarterback. But being a quarterback guru, I'm asking the question. That's why I say, and does that make you a good head coach? Or does that simply make you a good offensive coordinator or maybe a good position coach? So my aunt is Lincoln Riley a good head coach? Or is he really just a good offensive coordinator? I don't know the answer. I mean, he takes teams to the playoff, but he hasn't gotten a win. So it would have been great if he had, because then when I was trying to think of the three coaches who are still coaching who've won a natty, it could have come up. But
You stepped right into I mean, I didn't know we were doing first take segments, Al. I mean, it makes it great. Like, is Lincoln Riley overrated? What the fact that there are only three head coaches that have won national championships in this landscape should tell you how hard it is to win. And I'm not a defender of Lincoln Riley, but you got guys like James Franklin and Jim Harbaugh for the longest time. You win 10 games, be happy with it. Unfortunately, we're the reason why a lot of these expectations aren't met. Alabama, because it's like, oh, if you're not winning but like only one team can win, and there's a whole bunch of competition. So I think he's never bottomed out. There's a consistency there. I'm not like again a defender, but I enjoy watching his teams play because there is a quarterback, and I do think you think about his impact on the game in terms of like the guys that he sends up to the league and who we watch on Sundays. I'm just saying, like he's got his hands in that too. So now I do sound like Lincoln Riley, just like
yeah,
fanboy. I'm
is he
not,
paying you? I mean,
but I'm more. It's more me trying to rebuttal, mom's point.
do
But
you have an aunt, or are you just going? You just going?
mom, I did see there. All right, I did my someone wasn't paying attention.
That's
It was
right.
the jerseys.
That's
So
true.
boop,
That's true.
another. And let's stock another one. All
Okay.
right, and to end the episode, and this has been a great one. You guys have really seen the full relationship that we have, the ups and the downs.
Okay,
The
okay.
the good and the bad.
Before you do whatever you got to do, I want to say something. Okay, so
She's
okay,
hey guys, clear out. She's got to say something.
here. Okay, yeah, Jordan and I clearly we are. We're in the middle of something in terms of us having a
Therapy
little,
will, yeah, do wonders for both of
having a
us.
little conflict. But here's something that happened that I it made me feel kind of special. So Jordan and I were talking, and I was like, "Oh, we're getting our viewers up, and people are reaching out to tell us how well we're doing." And I said, maybe we should start to look for a sponsor for this podcast. And Jordan said, Mom, I just really like doing this with you. I enjoy this. I enjoy how we do this together. And this is just genuinely a good time for me. And so I don't, that's not really my focus. And for me, and and I'm gonna try not to cry here because I will, I actually thought that I could keep engaging Jordan in doing this podcast because he works a full-time job, and this does take more time than just the 30 minutes that we recorded. I thought, well, if I can make this into something really big for him in terms of his career, then he'll keep doing it. But just to hear him say, I just love doing this with you, that was just really sweet. And even though we're in the middle of an argument, that really touched my heart and made me
Wave
feel good.
now we're waving the white flag. Yeah, no, that I appreciate that. I obviously it means a lot to be able to do this and to have these conversations that we have a lot of the time on the phone, and just have like just again it feels so genuine to us. And I love the feedback, and I love inviting people into our relationship and what sports means to us. ironically, and this is gonna seem now like I am copying you. Um, my mom of the week was gonna be you because the inaugural mom of the week should be Melinda King, who has again done so much. These two Emmys I don't get without her. These, everything that I have and everything that I am passionate about, her and my dad, I really, and this seems like a pandering pick, and I was going to do it because I was like, oh, I'm in trouble. This is a good way to get out of trouble. But now I'm like, this is genuine here. Look, cut me, I bleed. Like I'm showing vulnerability. So yes, I think the inaugural mom of the week should go to Melinda King, who is, again, she does more than you guys know. And she, as a single mother, she as a irrational Alabama fan, she as a hair and makeup stylist for herself, she as a marathon runner, whatever you want to say. She keeps very busy, and I know she's in a different phase of her life. As soon as she's of age, I'm going to, and I'm kidding, I'm not gonna. But no, I love mom. That's it. That's the last time I'm gonna gas her up. We're enemies from here on out. But I did just want to say, mom of the week inaugural winner is mom. The rest of them, I will find other candidates. But look at us ending on a look at us.
We
That's
started
growth
out
right
like
there.
this, far apart, and now look at
And it
us.
got
We're
ugly,
like
and I
this.
know Tamara's like, I don't know what I'm like. I'm sure halfway through she was like, should I be a part of this thing?
The
But
good
we
thing
got
is
there.
NFL starts this week. We got that
I'm
big
so
game with
excited.
Kansas City and the Ravens on Thursday night. So
Okay.
it gets going quick. And then I think the Eagles play in Brazil. I'm not sure who they
On
play.
Friday, Eagles play the Packers.
Okay, anybody who's listening, Jalen Hurts is my favorite player. He was a great player at Alabama, and one day I'm gonna have
Why
him
did
and
he get
his
benched? I'm
mom
kidding.
Pam on the show. I'm sure. So he's just an incredible person. I still see him as a little kid walking across campus at the university. So I just had to say that. So
And I just also want to say I've been seeing a lot of like ninth year players. I know I made fun of DJ last week, but it's inspired me. I'd like to announce my I'm going to announce my eligibility, my re-eligibility. I'm entering the portal. So any team that needs me, I'm really like a jack of all trades. I can kick, I can throw, I can physically run, I can do these things. I'm not well, but I can do them. So I just want to throw that out there, letting the people know I am eligible
you're
for something. Yes.
you're in the portal, and the position we're
Athlete, vibes guy, just all around, like just a dude, just a dude.
just a
Something to
dude, just a
say.
dude in the
Just a dude.
portal.
Just a dude in the portal.
And so you won't
All
be
right.
making fun of any more 27
No,
year
I
olds.
definitely no, I definitely still. Well, there's a guy who's been in the league for 9 years. This is his ninth season. That's like too much. Like I thought DJ was bad, but
Oh, I
again,
love
that's
that guy. If you're talking about Miami, I love
I'm
that
not.
guy.
No, no one is. Okay, all right.
We
Here
will. I
we're.
love him. He's getting a
Yep,
PhD. So, anyway, is that it? Is it a wrap? Did we make it
it's a
through?
wrap. We did it. We made it through. No one's feelings got hurt, relatively speaking. And yeah, that's another episode of Mom Knows Ball. Subscribe, Apple Podcast, Spotify, YouTube. We're getting a little glitzy and glammy with the edits now. And we will see you next week for a full recap. NFL, college football. Mom's locked in on tennis, I know, and golf. She's a huge golf fan, guys. Like, loves golf. All right, that's it for us. That's Mom Knows Ball. See y'all next week.
Mom.
She knows ball.
I know ball.